guys, today we're going to be attempting to fix this monstrosity of an X-Maxx, and as you can see, we've managed to snap it in half. So long story short, we took it to a skate park to do some high jumps, but on the very first jump the car went up, landed slap bang on the concrete, and as you can see, snapped it in half. So if you want to see the full video I've made about it, extra details and extra footage of how this happened, then if you have a look in the description, I'll leave a link to where you can find it. So the parts that need replacing are a new top deck, a new chassis, and a new rear bulkhead. So we're going to have to strip down the centre of the car, we're going to have to strip down the rear of the car, so it's pretty much going to be a full rebuild. So this video could actually get pretty long, so find a comfy space, get a nice snack, and enjoy. Uh-oh, we've got a missing screw there, we're going to have to put a new one in there. Set of tools here, an awesome set of Allen keys that my good friend got me. Mate, if you're watching, you know who you are. This is an absolutely awesome present and a great set of Allen keys. So once again, thank you so much. The entire rear end has been stripped down, so next let's get it all mounted onto the new rear bulkhead. So the pack does actually come with both the lower and upper bulkhead, but our current upper bulkhead is still fine, so we'll just keep this one aside as brand new for spares. So we've got a new bulkhead, guys. What we're going to do is put a bit more grease on the diff and in the bulkhead. You need to make sure that you put it in the right way. Just put a little bit of extra grease around here. If you put the diff in the wrong way around, the front wheels will spin forward, but the rear wheels will spin backwards, so you're effectively guaranteed to blow up your transmission with a truck of this size. Made a little mistake here. I put the hinge pin for the top of the shock, not the top arm here, so it actually needs to look like that. So I've just quickly taken out the motor and the ESC, and as you can see, this here is where the bulkhead broke off. So you need to make sure that you keep this rubber seal here safe, because it's going to go around the edge of the receiver box, stopping a wash from getting in. So we're getting really close to finishing off the rear end now, so what we're going to do is put the motor back in, and as you can see, I've just taken everything out. I've taken out the motor, I've taken out the ESC and all the wiring connecting it up to the receiver because this little motor wire here is just refusing to come out of the terminal, and I don't want to risk tearing the actual terminal out of the ESC because then we'll probably have to buy a new one, and that's pretty expensive, so we're going to avoid doing that. And even if we did get the motor wire out, we've still got all the temperature wires from the heatsink and the motor in to the receiver, so it's probably just easier to take it all out now and then rewire it once we've got it on the new chassis. Actually, guys, I've had a much better idea. First, I'm going to put the chassis on, and then we're going to put the motor in, because with the chassis on, we can then put the ESC and the receiver on all at the same time, which is just going to make everything a lot easier to put onto the new chassis. So before we bolt on the new chassis, what we're going to do now is take everything off the old one. Guys, if you're doing a big rebuild job like this, then having one of these dividers is absolutely perfect. It keeps your screws separate, it keeps them safe and organised, and it also keeps your bench nice and tidy. So if you want to get one of these for yourself, then if you have a look in the description, I'll leave a link to where you can buy one from. Looks like we've lost a screw here, so we're going to have to put a new one in there. And there we go, guys, that is everything off the old chassis. So here's the new chassis, guys. So next what we're going to do is get everything back onto it. So we've got the front and rear modules bolted onto the new chassis. The truck's starting to take shape again, and as we've just got these two modules on the chassis, nothing else, we've got easy access to the centre, so we're going to take advantage of that and insert our electronics. So there we go, guys, the ESC is all mounted in place, absolutely rock solid secure. This Velcro really does a good treat, so if you want to get any of this stuff yourself, then if you have a look in the description, I'll leave a link to where you can find it. Just in case you're wondering why I put this lid on here, it's because I wanted to make sure that I could get the ESC as far back as possible, but still being able to get this piece on here. And the reason why I did that is because the first time that I put in the Max 6, it was so close to this cap here that it almost did not go on. So I just lined it up here in position so I'd be able to know how much space I had for my ESC. As you can see, if you put the motor in place, it's a very, very snug fit for the ESC, because as you can see here, we've got a tiny bit of room there and virtually no room there. So I just really wanted to make sure that I had the ESC in the correct position. So what I'll do is fix down the motor, and then we can start putting everything else onto the chassis. So as I'm using a Hobbywing Max 6 ESC, I'm going to actually have to cut out this little centerpiece here to allow everything to fit in nicely. So here we go, guys. We've got the truck all back together, and here are all the broken parts. So as you can see, we've got the broken chassis, broken rear bulkhead, and broken top deck. So all in all, really not that bad, considering it was quite a hard impact, and it is a very old chassis. So all in all, I think it came to about £52 or something. I'll put all the price totals up on the screen here. So overall, a very long process to get this car back together again. I think it was about 5 or maybe 6 hours to get this car fully rebuilt, including filming time. So ideally, I don't really want to snap it in half again, especially to this extent. I mean, it could have been worse, but then again, this was still bad and it was a very time-consuming process. So I really hope I have kept you guys entertained and I haven't made you bored. I hope the video wasn't too long. If I ever do snap it again, I might as well try and do it live. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. So that tops it off for this video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy it. Make sure if you did that you leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, then make sure to do that. And make sure that you press that notification bell so you don't miss any other cool action. So that's it from me. I hope you have a brilliant day or week ahead, and I hope to see you all next time in the next video. Bye!